Welcome back to my Elm Creek adventure on Farming Simulator 22, Episode 3, with me, MrSealyp. I'm doing a bit of a dodgy here, so shh, don't tell anyone. I'm using a tractor and trailer from another contract to take all the potatoes I had stored and sell them. I know I shouldn't be, but I am. It's the 3rd of December. Have you done your advent calendar? If you haven't got an advent calendar, that's the point of this. This is your advent calendar for December. Ignore the fact that we've got a seasonal cycle. We could be doing this in July, we could be doing this in August, we could be doing it in June, we could be any month of the year. I picked December because I wanted it to be a run up to Christmas. I think people are getting caught up in because it's a seasonal cycle, so to speak, although I'm not running seasons per se, that I shouldn't be harvesting in December. Don't worry about that. Like I said yesterday, Let's Plays are going to be probably slightly different for everybody moving forward, depending on how we want to go about it. Anyway, just had breakfast with Angie and Chris. I've got the green light for my plan. I think how much I paid for my rent, I think I might have paid like 3 months in advance. But it's all right. Today is a big day. It's an important day. Because I'm going to be getting some of my own stuff. Now, as you've seen already, I did 3 contracts yesterday. And with it on ×3, I got 3 in. Probably could have got another one in. It was starting to get dark. But what I also did is that kind of, a lot of people have been saying about the hiring workers and that kind of thing. There's a few little things that are going on with that. I have provisionally booked myself in for a cotton job. But I'm not sure. I'll probably get the equipment. I've got the equipment. I'll probably get it down to the field and start today. I don't know if you'll see me finish it. I mean, I have been rolling over, as you see at the start of each episode, sort of the bits I've been doing the day before, and that's what I want to explain. So yesterday, I took on a harvest contract, and the trailer I got was tiny. My plan was to use the trailer from the harvest contract to take all the potatoes I had in storage over at the silo, which was all over there, and sell them. Because I had, 52,000 litres of potatoes? So I thought I'll take them, sell them, make a bit of extra money on top. But the trailer was tiny. So I thought, well, I did 1 load in that, and I thought, oh, you know what, I'll take on another harvest contract. I got a slightly larger trailer. So with that, as you saw, I think I did a clip, didn't I? Yeah. I sold my potatoes. I think I've got 4,000 litres left in the silo. That's fine. So with the contracts I did yesterday, we're up to 66,000, which should give me enough what I want to do. This is the stuff I'm going to need for the cotton contract. The cotton contract's going to be a weird one, because again, previously, if you had part bales and bits left over, you could make a bit of money on cotton. The contracts, I've got a bit of seed left from yesterday as well, aren't wonderful in that one there pays 2,446, which isn't a huge amount, but it always was. If you had some left over, you could make a bit of extra money. But I don't think it's a very big field, so I don't know. The other thing I want to test as well while we're doing this, and it's a kind of, the whole thing is a process really. Can we unload part bales as we've done before? Now, if you guys have been, something I wanted to sort of explain while I'm doing this as well is, for any of you out there that bought the game and have just been playing non-stop, I've always said this with regard to YouTubers and content creators, and you've probably done way more than any of us have. Even the guys that got early access, and I got it like over the weekend early. because not only are we having to kind of, I suppose, do a bit of research, we're trying to do our plan, we're doing our prep, we're making our videos, editing the videos, putting them up. All that takes kind of time away from actually playing the game, if you know what I mean. So things that you've probably uncovered and found, and if you've gone through a cycle of loads of different bits of equipment, this is my first look at the cotton gear in a 22. So we'll have a look. We'll see where we stand, but that'll be probably towards the end of the episode. What I'm going to do is get a couple of bits of gear. Now, obviously, I don't need to actually come here, but this is where I've got to pick it up from, so I might as well. And I've had a bit of a dilemma over this. I'm not going to lie. I was thinking I was going to get the Zator 9500, my own little tractor. I love the sound of it. Wonderful. It's only 25 horsepower, and that's fine. I thought I'd get myself a little trailer. We haven't really got many little trailers in a kind of bale configuration. Again, you'll see, but we haven't really got many, but that was the cheapest option. I then thought about, where are we? I thought I'd get a pickup, 25 grand. It's not too bad. And then I thought, well, I could get a retriever. I know, obviously, the pickup is 200 horsepower. The John Deere, weirdly, is only 23 horsepower. I say weirdly, it's only 23 horsepower, whereas the Mahindra is 83 horsepower. Has a trailer hitch. Has a rear bed. And will also help me to tow the other thing I'm going to need to get today, which is, where are we? One of those. So the first thing I'm going to do is buy one of those. My first purchase of my own gear. I've got myself one of them. An Aquatrans 7300S water trailer. You know what I'm going to... Actually, you know, I should check as well in here, because you never know. 42 grand. Oh, then I won't have enough to buy... Oh, man. That's 60% off for my own tractor. You know what? That wasn't on the cards. I wasn't thinking about doing that. What will that leave me? About 14 grand. Oh, is that still enough to do what I want to do? I think it might be, you know. I'm glad I checked in here. You know what? Let's do it. Well, this price would go up though. Total price 42,945. Funny though, it's second. Well, I suppose you can do various different things. Standard front loader attacher, not at the moment. Engine, 140 horsepower. That puts the price up a bit. I'll wait. License plate, yes. You'll see. I've got my own tractor. I wasn't intending to get myself a John Deere or a tractor. I had to put the extra M in the front. I'm still having problems with the license plate thing. I wanted to have a dash or a space or, you know, but it wouldn't let me. But we got MrSealyp on there. That's good. That's going to make life so much easier for a few different jobs. I've got 130 horsepower. If I get a bit more money, as soon as I do, I'll do the upgrade and we'll get to 140 horsepower. We can take it to the workshop, do a bit of work on it. Actually, to be fair, that's going to be a lot better with the front 3-point on that as well. Although, oh, how much is it going to be to repair it? Because it does need a bit of work. I know it did say about when you buy second-hand vehicles, they require repair, and there seems to be that exponential decline in a vehicle's repair status, so that if you get one and repair it, it will degrade quicker than if you buy a brand new one. I haven't got enough money for a brand new one. I mean, I might have to just use it as it is for the time being. Let's see what it's saying to repair. 4,204. I can't afford that at the moment. I mean, I can, the money's there, but you'll see why I can't afford that at the moment. So, I'm looking at winter warmers. And when I say winter warmers, because obviously during the winter months, if there's snow and that kind of thing on the ground, and I know usually you can't do harvesting and that kind of thing, growing crops indoors is an option. And because, unlike FS19, the indoor option is a lot cheaper than it was, I'm thinking of getting a couple of greenhouses, doing one lettuce and probably one strawberries, only because I haven't done strawberries before as well. And at the moment I don't own any production chain, so it'll be a case of when I've got them I'll just be selling the product on. I don't know actually, I haven't really looked to see whether or not we can get water from here. I know a lot of people said, oh, there are water sources around the map, and I just kind of went for the... we can't swim in there, that's alright. I'm assuming if we back up we might be alright. We'll give it a go, that's all I can do. I hope I've got enough oomph to get back out as well though. So what I'm intending to do... Seriously? I could have sworn somebody messaged me and said you can get water from the pond there. Okay, right, I've got a bit of a hunt on. And again, if you've been playing on it for a while and you've already found the water source, I'm sure someone messaged me and said the pond right next to the store was where you could get water from. Anyway, I'll have a look about. See what we can do. Let's, before we move on. Have I got lights on? Yep. Let's go up here. So we're here at the moment, that's where that pond is. I suppose there's that one down there. Can we get to that? Oh, I think we can. I suppose we've got all the river along here. Oh, I wonder if through the ford there. I'm trying to think, at the farm, I mean there's a little streams that run around the back, but I don't know whether or not, I mean they're like shallow enough you can just drive straight through, but whether or not we can get water from there. I guess, why is that? Oh, that's for the cotton, isn't it? The spinnery. As I say, the exclamation mark. If you weren't sure, if you get a contract at any point, whereas before it used to be that the sell point, wherever you had to take it to, would flash. Now it puts an exclamation mark over it, so that's how you can kind of find it. It's there as well. I'll have a drive and see if I can find. Oh, well, there too. I'll try the first one, and then we'll go from there, and what I'll do is I'll see you in a minute when I've found one. We'll head back to the farm. I think I'm going to do lettuce and tomato, lettuce and strawberries. I love that. The traffic just zooms on past. Should I put those on? Yeah, why not? Just because it looks good. Flash off the back of there. And it's still fairly dark. I do like the fact as well, I've been paying attention a bit more to the traffic, and whereas the traffic used to kind of follow a route and then they would do the same loop, I've noticed the traffic goes in all different directions, takes all different turnings, goes all over. I don't doubt it's all still in a loop of some kind, but it might be the other one's kind of contaminated by the biogas plant or something, I don't know. Could be, I'm pressing the completely wrong button as well. That's more than likely. There we go. Get in. I did turn down the vehicle volume a little bit as well, because I was quite conscious of the fact that it seemed a bit loud when I was doing my editing the other day. And I thought, oh yeah, maybe, because weirdly, I'm back to recording because the mic thing was playing up, so I'm back to recording. I've got my headphones on again, and with my headphones on, I couldn't quite tell. Obviously, it's muted a little bit when I'm recording. And when I came to edit, I thought, oh, that does sound a bit. That is a bit loud. So I've just knocked it down a bit. I might have to knock it down again. I'll see. I'm honestly blown away. So this is December the 3rd. We've opened our advent calendar today, and what have we got? We've got a John Deere. I wasn't expecting that at all. I had kind of decided in my head, and I know I spent a lot more than I intended to. I had decided in my head I was going to get the Mahindra Retriever. That was just what I was going to do. But this is mint. Thank you to Feldin yesterday. You know, I was talking yesterday about advent calendars, and a lot of people messaged to say, about, you know, bringing back memories of the paper ones, or say card ones, whatever, and how they've moved on, and you know, a few comments as well. People saying about how they think Christmas has become a lot more commercialised, and kids especially expect more expensive things. I kind of agree to some degree. I think a lot of that is down to just how you bring your kids up, I suppose. I don't know really. I know a lot of my friends, you know, always used to have far more spent on them at Christmas than I ever did. Growing up, we didn't have a huge amount of money. My dad worked long hours, shift work and overtime, and we didn't ever seem to have a huge amount of money left over. With our kids, it was that I was very much, my opinion was always that over the course of the year, if we went places and did stuff with the kids, we'd get them stuff. If we were on holiday, or, you know, it's that thing, you take your kids to a toy shop. You know, the amount of parents you see walking around a toy shop with their kids telling their kids they can't have anything. Well, why take them into a toy shop? It baffles me. I never understood that. If you're going to take kids into a toy shop, you've got to at least get them something, haven't you? So it's that kind of thing of, you know, we'll get things over the course of the year. You'll get gifts, you'll get presents, you'll get, you know, when we're on holiday, that kind of thing. But then at Christmas, there was always that thing that there was not an expectation of expensive gifts or lots of gifts or that kind of thing. We would set an amount. I had 5 kids. I've got 5 kids. It gets expensive really quickly. So they never really kind of had that. They never really expected much. I don't think. I don't know. It comes down to what you've got, how you go about it. You know, everyone's different. I'm not saying there's any right or wrong to any which way around. But it has, I think, overall become more commercial, you know, generally speaking. My dad always used to say, oh, we was happy to get in our stocking some nuts and an orange, you know. Yeah, I mean, you know, why not? So, anyway, what I was saying, Feldin, yeah. So Feldin sent me a picture, and it was amazing, of an advent calendar. And the ones I was saying about the other day, you know, the ones that do beer and you get makeup and, you know, pretty much anything nowadays. It was cheese. It was an advent calendar of cheeses. I thought, but how bizarre! But also, if you like cheese, why not? It was oddly cool at the same time. So anyway, this is the flattest little patch we've got here. There's nothing in it at the moment. Like I said, I've spoken to Angie and Chris, and I've kind of put across the benefits of the farm generally. You know, we're going to, just say build up the farm, but we're going to have a go. We'll try something. So what we're going to do is we'll go to productions. No, we won't. There we go. And then we'll go to our greenhouses. I've got enough to get 2 of the 5 grand ones. I was going to get 2 of the 10 grand ones, but I don't think I've got enough room for a start. So what I'm going to do is we'll swing them round, I think. And if I put them up at this end, I'm just hoping we want to keep the price down. They're 5 grand. If I can get them as close to 5 grand as possible, 5,002, I'll take that. Just lining these things up now is a little bit of a nightmare, isn't it? Oh, come on. That's about right. Right, 5,001. Can't odds that. Let's put that one there. Same thing, 5,001. We've got a bit of a gap. I need enough room to get pallets out. I think this is the flattest part up here. Right. So that's why I couldn't afford to get the repair work done on the John Deere, because we've only got 3,672 left. So, yeah, a bit short on fundage. I'm going to put the water in first, and then we'll decide which one's going to have which in it. Not that it matters which one has which in it. Now, obviously, because I'm doing a 25, I think I've got it set on 25, a 25-day month. I don't know how much growth we're going to get, but it's a start. We've got the ball rolling. We've bought our first tractor. We've got a water tank. We've got 2 greenhouses that 3 days ago I didn't have. So let's get some water in. Let's give it a go. It's an easy in to getting some production work done. I'm also thinking, again, usually in December you probably wouldn't be able to cut the grass and stuff. Normally, I say normally, on the old seasons the grass would die off over the winter and you couldn't do anything about that. So you wouldn't be able to do any mowing. But I think maybe some silage work, that might not be a bad idea. Even if we put it in the silage clamp at the biogas plant and just sell it directly, even if we don't get digestate as a byproduct, cutting grass might be a pretty straightforward and easy way of making a bit of money. Right, let's get them in. Wasn't expecting to take all of it. Which is weird because I did the greenhouse video and had forgotten how much it took. Okay, let me get in from here. Probably not. This is just a trickle, isn't it? But if it does, that'd be amazing. Oh, there goes some deer. No. Okay, I'll whiz back and get some. It's probably quicker going back to there, isn't it, from where we are here? Yeah, see you in a minute. I'll go and get some more. So I was, like I say, I wasn't. My plan originally was to buy this little plot here, so I wasn't using any of Angie and Chris's land. But that's 40 odd grand in its own, and I just didn't have the money yet. So I thought, you know what, doesn't hurt to ask, does it? And then what we'll do is we'll do a little bit of landscaping around it, put some grass and stuff in again when I've got a bit more money, because at the moment I haven't. So that's going to have to be where we're at. Okay, back with the next load. I'll fill them up to capacity later on. I've got enough to get them going. So now, as I said in the previous 2 episodes, and it didn't turn out that way, I'm aiming about 30-35 minutes per episode, because I can put them out each day as that kind of rolling thing. That was the plan. Obviously, that hasn't transpired that way. And also, tomorrow morning, first thing, we're heading up to Lake District. I know when I did my stream on Monday, I think people assumed I was going straight away. No, we're going tomorrow. So what I want to try and do is get another one recorded, or maybe when I get there, I'm trying to work out the best way of doing it. So if I keep them a little bit shorter, it makes it a little bit easier for me to do that, I think. So we'll put in this one, will be our lettuce, and it is now running. Well, I can set the other one from here, but it doesn't feel right. should go in and do it, shouldn't I? I mean, it's nice you can control it from your app. This one we are doing strawberries. They are set to storing, so we'll get pallets, which we can then sell. I mean, how many pallets we're going to get, I don't know. But again, it gets the ball rolling. Because I just want to. I was thinking about, I need to turn off the interactive markers. I'd kind of left them on. Well, obviously I kind of left them on. You can see I kind of left them on. Not quite sure why I left them on, but I did. So what we'll do now then is, well, we'll just leave that. And obviously tomorrow, December the 4th, we'll see if we've got anything overnight, over the course of the day, when anything pops up. We might not. We might get a pallet, we might get half, we might get 2. You know, obviously when I did all my testing and stuff on the greenhouses, I was doing 1 day months, and I skipped through several months. So months worth of pallets was a lot. A day's worth might not be. We'll just see what we get. But at least we've got them now. We have ownership of some stuff, which is wonderful. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to leave. Actually, I'm going to take this with me. We head back to the store. Let's grab the stuff to do, because I'm going to carry on knocking out contracts. The problem I've got is I think we can have that situation where you have to get the harvest contracts done first, because I've done more harvest contracts. Let's go back up to that page there. I've done some more harvest contracts. That in turn has knocked on some extra cultivating contracts. And I'm assuming then, obviously, then we've got the ploughing and we've got a couple more sowing ones. That if we do get any fertilising ones, it's going to be off the back of finishing harvesting contracts. Now, what I was thinking of doing was jumping onto all the ones that say, like, for example, wheat, which we know at the moment we can't do. They won't complete. So accepting the contract, then going up to the top, and under harvesting, make sure to do the right one, wheat, cancel it. I'm going to lose all payment. I've done the right one, haven't I? Yeah. And then collect. I don't collect anything because it's failed. So hopefully we can then knock any off that contract list that we can't do, and that will leave the ones that we can. And we've got some potato ones, we've got sugar beet. I think there's a couple for soybean, canola. Those ones we can knock off. Like I said, I'm sure somebody said the corn ones were were broken too. So what I might do, trouble is I don't want to end up in owing money, is later on today, when I've done the cotton one, take that. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to borrow items on that. And then it'll be down at the store. And then when I've done the cotton harvest, I might jump onto that. I'll probably do that off camera though, and I'll give that a go with the corn. I've got a funny feeling it's not going to work. We might not complete the contract, but it's there. We'll give it a go and see what happens. You know, fingers crossed. Oh, I've got flickering wing mirrors again. I thought that was fixed the other day. Oh, they're all over the place. These newfangled digital mirrors. Oh, I don't like that at all. But it's nice there though. Beats walking everywhere, doesn't it? So then when I drive back I can pick up some more water and I'll top up the greenhouses. So cotton, let's give this a go. What I might do is we'll get sort of some in the tank. Not that one, thank you. That one. And see if we can unload partial, because what I'll probably try and do if we can is unload a load of partial bales. It's got beacons on it, it used to have. Did it? Maybe I'm imagining that. Yeah, we'll unload a load of partial bales if it will let me. Then we'll deliver the partial bales until it says contract complete, and we should be left with a partial bale, potentially. When I did these before, I would always do like full bales until we got towards the end of the harvest section. Then if you could do partial bales, I'd knock out 3 or 4, you know, whatever size I was going to do. And that way you could just sell them a bit at a time until it said contract complete and you're left with something. If you do them as all as full bales, I know it always used to be, you know, you could complete the contract with 1,000 litres of a 10,000 litre bale and you never made the money from the rest. So, like it was the other day when I sent the train off with all the canola in, it just came up contract complete. It didn't pay me for any extra, any surplus that was in there, so not sure how I feel about that, in all honesty. But again, let's give this a go. Getting to use all the local farmers' gear, which is nice. So what I did do as well, this might be a top tip, it might not be a top tip, but because you need to, if you are going to sell to Goldcrest Valley or whichever map you're on and you're using the train, and you go over to the point and you rent the train and it will say arriving in and it'll be anywhere up to like 2.9 kilometres or something. The whole time that's arriving, if you've rented it, you're paying for it. So what I was doing, it means waiting for a little bit, but I was waiting for the train to do its usual circuit. This probably seems really obvious. And once the train arrived or was coming close, then I rented it. So as it was coming towards me anyway, rent it then, and then you're not being charged as much. You're not being charged for all that arrival and stuff. Now, that seemed to work. Well, it seemed to work for me. There was literally, like especially here, as it was coming down the track all the way down there, as it got to about there, rented it and it slowed up and stopped, loaded it up, sent it off, and I barely had it. I know it says it's 1,000 per hour, but it only charges you for part hour, so you shouldn't have to worry about that. Where am I going to? I think it's that field over back there. Just looking down at my mini map. And 74. Yeah, the corn one I'm curious about. I was really hoping we'd get... Thing is, it's Friday, I know what's going to happen. because I've got a pack to go away and I've got a pack of PS5 up and almost all my peripheral gear that obviously goes with all of that. I don't know exactly what's going to happen. They're going to drop mods later on today. They're going to drop, with that. I'm not saying they are going to, but I said, you know what's likely to happen. They'll drop the first map, and there'll be an update, and there'll be all this stuff that I won't be able to do anything about. That's just filled. Tyres off. There we go. Just a little bit. Just run that whole beam. This is not a huge filter. I'm not anticipating a massive amount. So I thought, if we get to 5,000 litres, I'll unload a partial boat at 5,000 litres. What I need to do at the moment. Let's just go on to, which will probably help with this. Help with what? Turn on automatic drop. It does the same thing about unload partial bail, but it might need to get to a certain amount before it would let me do that anyway. Maybe. I'm trying to think if it was the case that allowed you to do that before, or whether it was the John Deere that did, or whether both. I honestly can't remember. The thing is, it's weird how you get into the habit of certain crop types you do over and over and over and over again. Cotton was one of those ones I didn't do very often. I did on some Let's Plays, not all Let's Plays. Because I wasn't doing it very often, you know, you do it every now and again and you kind of remember all the bits that you need to remember. And then it might go ages or months even, depending on what Let's Play you're doing before you do it again. I don't know. I hope we can unload the partial bales. If we don't get a full bale of this, or we get a full bale and a little bit that we can't do anything with, we might not complete this contract. Maybe I need to stop and turn it off for a bit. No, stop. Let's turn it off. No. Okay, well, I'm going to see you in a minute. This is a bit worrying. We'll see what we end up with. I'm not even too sure how long I'm going to call it for this moment. I want to get this finished. And we'll see where we're at. A couple of jobs done. Doesn't seem like very much on the scheme of things, but you know, we've got a new tractor, got the water container, 2 new greenhouses, we collected water and put that in. We brought this down to do this harvest, and I've got stuff to do a corn harvest, which obviously I could be running both together, but the problem is, as I've already said, what I would normally do is in a heartbeat, yeah, let's get multiple contracts running. I can make maximum money by having 3 contracts running at the same time. Why wouldn't I? But the workers cost so much, I just can't afford to. There's no, even with having 66 grand, if I hadn't bought the John Deere, sticking 3 contracts on the go, all with workers hired and I'm just ferrying stuff backwards and forwards, it would destroy that, into that ridiculous amount. Somebody also said if you turn the speed up, it charges more. So, what? Okay, that's crazy. So it's almost like it's rather than charging you, you know, for what it's doing or per minute real time, it's charging you per minute in game. I don't remember it being like that on FS19. I just remember it, the worker fee, if the worker was working, regardless of what the speed was set at, it would just chuck away charging you as it was working. For that to speed up, it's like they're charging an hourly rate because you sped up the hours, but they're not. It's not like if you speed up the hours, they're working 3 times as fast. If, you know, if you sped up time and all the vehicles are moving as it is now times 3, if they're running 3 times faster, then yeah, I could kind of understand that, but they're not. So, no, that's not right. That's not fair. I'm not having that. Oh, there you go, unload unfinished bale. Whew. So we can unload an unfinished bale. Question is, What do I go to? Do I go to like 5,000 litres? Or is that, or do I do like 2,500 litre bales and have a few of them? That might not be a bad idea, do you reckon? I know it means I've got to transport a few, but that might give us a bit more leeway. Shall I? We're at 2.6 now. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I know it seems a bit weird, but we could make a bit of extra money out of doing it this way. I'm just worried to get one 10,000 litre bale. Or these 20s, I can't remember. And then not really making anything more than £2 grand. We could double our money easily if we can do this way. I'll see in a minute. We'll see how many bales we've got and we'll see. It's just gone 12:30 and it started snowing. How cool is that? So, we're hoping for a Christmas miracle. Listen. That wiper sound is awesome. I have 4 bales. I have different sizes. The smallest I could do, partial bale, was 2,000 litres, which is why is that not letting me unload the bale? Oh, please tell me this hasn't had some kind of weird fit. There should be. Hang on just a second. Yeah, 2,007 litres, it's there. That one's 2,505, 2,626 and 3,992. I was going to try and split the last bit into 2,000 litre bales. I got to just about 2,000 litres and thought I'd unload, and when I looked at the rest of the field I thought there's not enough, that I'm not going to get. So what we're going to be looking at here now is, before, if you put a bale in and it completed the contract, you never got paid the excess. It would take the bale and done. That was, you know, no, at least that was my experience of it. That's what always happened to me. That's why I started doing partial bales for contracts like this, because I would put in the larger bales first, then start doing the smaller bales, hopefully complete the contract and be left with the bale. Well, that now won't unload, and I don't know why. Transport position. Operating position. It's not registering there's a bale on it. Why is that? It's also not letting me drop the bale off. That's a worry, because I was going to use this to unload. Okay. What I'm going to do is I have to push this in with the tractor. That was not what I was intending to do. So, can we push it with the tractor? Probably not. No, this is not what I wanted. Why is that not coming off that trailer? That has all worked absolutely fine. Goes to me saying I was hoping for a Christmas miracle. I was hoping for something to work. Come on. Just into the sell point, please. Okay. 40% transported, that was a 4,000 litre bale. So that says to me 1,000 litres is 10%. Problem is I've got 5,000 litres between those two. I'm not going to have enough. Oh, is it going to take that last bale off me? Come on. Come on. This is so annoying. I don't know what is going on that trailer. Come on, just a shove. This is embarrassing. Okay. 67% transported. Last bale. Okay, let's give this a real hefty old shove. I'll have to give it a real thump. There we go. Come on, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. All I'm looking for is contract complete, and that last bale's mine. You can tell I'm getting frustrated. Ever so slightly. Okay, right, is that in? Oh! That shouldn't have worked. And it paid me. It paid me for the extra. That's new. It never used to do that. So it took what it needed for the contract and paid me for what was left out of that bale. So we have gone up, and that does mean that bale is mine if I can get it off the trailer. I wonder if I can just back that over the sell point. It will take it. It's paying about 3,000 for 1,000 litres. So this could actually work out quite lucrative. Get on those cotton contracts. Please take it. There we go. No, that's not right. That was a 2,000 litre bale. Let me just check this. Where are we? Cotton. Oh, blimey. Just selling those cotton bales, the price plummeted. That was sitting at 3,000. I mean, don't get me wrong, I've still just gone from 3,000 something up to 11,218. Plus, put that back into transport position. Farm dog's over the moon. You can hear him in the background. He's so pleased with making money. Just trying to think if there's a way I can cut back. Let's go down here. So, mine's gone up. We should be able to afford to do the repairs on the tractor, if we want to do the repairs on the tractor. And I'm going to go and grab the corn harvesting stuff now. Can I cut across, or is that going to be really dangerous? I really shouldn't be doing this, should I? Not with the trailer on the back. And we'll get that out to the fields. I know, again, we shouldn't be doing corn harvesting with the snow. I tell you what I've noticed as well, driving past one of the cornfields, how high the corn is. It seems way higher than it was before, or maybe just some in small tractors, maybe. Don't know. I also took my own. This is not my John Deere. This is the one for the contract. I took my John Deere back with water to put just to top up the greenhouses, so we're good to go there. So I'm gonna grab the corn stuff. I'm going to head off. I'm going to drive this back, save me walking. Then we'll do contract complete, which will put a little bit more money in the bank too. And then we are good. I'll see you back there in a moment. And we won't do the corn harvest now. I'm going to do it off screen. And I will let you know the start of tomorrow's. Well, hopefully I'll do tomorrow's episode. Like I say, we're travelling up, and maybe I'll get. I want to really. But the next episode, you'll see how we got on. If it was an abject failure, we'll know. I might just save it regularly, you know what I mean, just in case, and we might be able to find a workaround. That's also something that might be helpful to other people. We'll see. Right then. Contract. Let's go down to that. Completed. 2060. On top of all the money we made on the cotton. Well worth doing. If you're thinking of picking up contracts, do the cotton ones. So we're going to field 70, total product of feed and grain south. We could end up with some corn left if this works. That's a big old harvester as well. That's a bit of a result. We'll grab the corn header. Now, let me just double check. This trailer does take corn, doesn't it? Because that would be really annoying if it doesn't. Let's hop up. Get some lights on. Actually, do I need all of them on? No, I don't need the work lights, just my forward driving lights. Blimey, can't believe 1 o'clock in the afternoon just because we've got a bit of snow. All of a sudden it's gone really dark. Well, I suppose it would do, wouldn't it? Let's get them on. And let's get going. So this is where I'm going to leave you for today's episode. Hopefully I will see you tomorrow on the 4th of December and see what joys await. I'm just trying to think what we can do tomorrow. I'll give it some thought. Depends if the snow settles, of course. We might have to do some snow ploughing. Not not sure it will settle, but you never know. Where we're going to go? Let's go that way. Thank you for joining me again on our run up to Christmas. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do, have a lovely day. And thanks for watching.